Good morning. It's a great morning for some horse spring. Actually, no, I'm going to turn down the volume on the game because I feel like it's a bit loud even for me. There we go. That sounds nice. So, we're going to be starting up a new account with Musume Pretty Dubby! Yay! And the reason we're starting a new account is that for some reason it wouldn't let me back into the one that I'm normally using. And so we're just going to have to make a new one. Anyway, let's go. Wait, is it going to have to download everything? It can be a little slow. I haven't updated the version I've got here in a while. This is the mobile version played through an emulator on BlueStacks. And, not gonna lie, it's a little crashy. You don't want to sign in then. Tutorial skip ikimasu ka? Yeah, let's skip the tutorial. We don't need that. Playing a female trainer because this is a world full of cute girls. We do not need to be oh, come on! I have to download a big ol' update first. Alright, so I guess we're hanging out for a minute then while this downloads. So, how's it going? I'm just, oh, I should probably tell family chat. Actually, let's pull lyrics and sing along properly. Whoa, whoa. Whoa-oh, 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 whoa-oh. Okay, I can only find it in full-on hiragana, so this is gonna be fun trying to remember everything. We're gonna wait for the next loop though, because it's gonna be going for a while longer. Whoa, fight, fight, だから全力上がりたい譲れない 途中を始めようここから最高ストーリー憧れの日へ語り合ったメモリーもうドキドキもときめきも終える足りない Yeah, I can't remember all the kanji 止まらない君と走り競いゴール目指し遥か響きとだけ見せずっとずっとずっとずっと思い夢がきっと叶ったらあの日君に感じた何かを信じて春も夏も秋も冬も恋願いとまで走る勝利へ Don't stop, no don't stop till finish Don't stop, no don't stop till finish だから走るとになった hands up 声出せ叫べとるせファイアウファイだからって全力笑いたいたそのリアルのここからそのストーリータララタララ This is a really long download. I'm sorry. I messed that up. I should have made sure it didn't have anything to download before I started this up. So I don't know why, but my tracking does not like for me to be able to shake my head from side to side. It turns it into more of an up-down nodding motion. I wonder... Okay, yeah, it's just having some perception issues, because it can handle it just fine if I'm directly facing my camera. What? Okay, finally. Let's train some horse. Alright, we got the ad for Satana Diamond. Kind of hoping we get her because I don't have her on my main, and it sounds like she's supposed to be pretty good. Do I need to adjust my... Okay, I'm good. Alright. Oh, nice. Right, at the beginning you still got time for that. Nice. Oh, maybe it'll even let me still get the 3 pulls. I feel like that might be asking for too much, but... Okay, here's my default Daiwa Scarlet. And all of the various... Okay, there's the one free daily pull. It had to download something. That could be something. It's probably not. Oh, I didn't actually have Ryan yet. Oh, right. I've never done anything on this account. Everything is new, except for the default characters. This is a brand new baby account. Nothing on it. Okay, yeah, and it doesn't give me the 3 pulls that we were getting a few days ago.
我がトレセン学園によくぞ来てくれた。
Hello, Sensei.
はい担当馬娘ともども華々しい活躍を楽しみにしているぞ。
はーい。
そこで今後の指針として私からトレーナーとして果たしてほしい課題、いわゆるミッションを課させてもらう。
はい。
なおミッション達成の暁には褒美、私からの贈り物もあるぞ。
お、
ポケットマネーで用意したものなので何卒手綱には内密に頼むぞ。
え
精進、君とそして何より君の担当馬娘のため励んでくれたまえ。
はい。
達成、確認を忘れずにな。
Anyways, grab whatever free stuff they've given us.
馬娘メーカーのレベルが上がった
How
み
many
たい
gems
な。
we got? How many gems we got? Okay, we got all the, Okay, we got 7k. Okay, who's my free SSR? Hopefully someone good. Grass Wonder. What's her niche? I don't remember. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have a tab pulled up in the background that'll help me with this. So let's look up her card. Okay, so she's guts. Increases motivation stat bonus when training together until song gauge increase. That's when I activate her unique skill. Yeah, I'm probably not going to wind up using her all that much. Okay, well. Okay, we're going to do one pull to get us some horses to train that aren't just the default characters. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Oh. Okay, Air Groove. Another Ryan. Getting ticket. Another Air Groove. Urara! Oop, I missed Tachyon. I always love training him. Oh. Grass Wonder again. Okay, this might be a Grass Wonder account. Okay. I'm not terribly happy with the results of that, but we're gonna go with it for now. Oh, I need to pop out my own chat. So I can... there we go. There. Okay. And it unlocked all of those stories. Okay. And we're gonna grab some cards. Okay, first off, we got Bakshin! Arden, Top Road, Old City, Sunday. Oh. Da-da-da-da. Ah! Chosen Jordan. Okay. One more. Oh, there's some SSR in there. Nice. Oh, da-da-da-da! Marvelous Sunday. Okay. Da-da-da-da! And a Suzy. あ、マテカレ服着たる。Dang it, Marvelous Sunday is also guts. Okay. So
ほらぼーっとしないの。時間がもったいないでしょ。
This sucks! I want to reroll! I'm gonna reroll. BRB. Hang on.
サイゲームスウマ娘プリティダービー。サイゲームスウマ娘プリティダービー。
はい。Up. Where's my water? I feel like I've got dust stuck in my throat or something. Rehydrate redeems.
Stop. 寝ぼけてんの？シャキッとしなさい。私のトレーナーなんだから。
Okay, we've been through this speech already.
確認を忘れずにな。
Okay. I like her. Like, I know she doesn't get great ratings in the tier list, but I think she's fun to train anyways. One time when I was just starting out, I accidentally made a version of her that had S in mile. It was kind of weird, but actually she did me pretty well for the time being. Okay. One pull for Hans. This isn't looking good. Back in! Oh, okay. There's Blue. Halo. Tirada. Nice meta. Administración. Administración. Ticket. Oh, I love training her. Okay. Not great. I really wish I'd gotten a 3-star there, but I can work with this. Assuming it gives me good cards. Okay. Guaranteed SSR, who's it gonna give me? Let's go! Let's check her. Okay, Smart Falcon is power. Ooh, I've always had trouble with power. That's a good one. Okay. Who else are we gonna get? Alright. We'll do 2 rolls here and save the rest for later. Assuming this count stays. Okay, so we got Agnes Digital. Ooh, Speed Current-chan. That's good. Okay. Dare. Oh. Arden, okay. Original B-Team. Okay. I might be able to work with this. It's not great, but I'm gonna try it anyways. First, where do we want to start? start, even. Let's get our cards leveled up first. Yeah, I know how to play this game. Don't worry about me. Oh, Bikope is so cute. Alright. So let's level up our best cards for now. King Halo's skills. Okay, Cloudy Days, Outer Gates, General Corner Recovery, Short Distance Recovery, Short Distance, okay. Well, actually, I'm kind of set up for Short Distance, okay, and he's got Short Distance and some debuffs. Okay, yeah, let's level her as well. Start with all that.
Musume me. 達成。確認を忘れずにな。
Okay.
ほら、
Is it gonna let me? Okay, yeah. I can go straight off the bat into make a new track. We're gonna play this easy mode and backchain technique our way to the top. They all suck equally. Kinda, yeah. It's got the best placement. None of them. Okay, let's use vodka here. And then let's go find some friends. Only recommending me other newbies. This sucks. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go poke around in the Umacord and find that site that they mentioned that helps you find friends. The site that they had that let you is it linked through here maybe? Okay, I can't find the site that they're linking, so I'm just scrolling through the Discord looking for anyone that we got 3 Mile Top Line Festival City. 9 Power, 7 Long. Does anyone have a short distance? That looks like it'll work. Here. They got a nice say in the sky, and that'll be good enough for us to start. Okay, so we're gonna bring Baruko, we're gonna bring Karen-chan. Those are the only ones that we actually managed to level up, because we are just starting and we are broke. Yeah, let's just toss some other things. Yeah, this is a sub-ideal deck, but I'm working in sub-ideal conditions. Oh, this will give me a chance to follow some new people. Does anyone have Machikane Fuku Kitaru? I love her stat boost. She's kinda RNG dependent, but it works. I need a stronger one. I know she's out there. Where you at? There we go. And so, for our first run, we set out with Sakura Bakshino. We get ready to Bakshin our way to the top.
新たな奇跡を描き出せ。無二の王冠をいただくか。尊き盾を手にするか。あるいはさらなる誉れを求めるか。定められた道などない。己の意志で未来を切り開け。その先に待つ栄光の舞台で最強の名を掲げよ。夢のありかその向こう。始まりへさあ挑め。メイクはニュートラッククライマックス開幕。
And we're not gonna do full story mode with this. Okay. Ikuzo. Okay. Bakshin! Yeah, I know how this game works. Okay. Oh, we're already getting some buffs. Nice. What does Baruko have to teach us? Okay. I don't remember what that one does off the top of my head. I don't want your tutorials. Oh, that was an accident. I did not mean to click that. Alright. These early weeks, let's just focus on getting bonds up with everyone. Bakshin! There we go. Get a little bit of stamina and energy boosts. No, okay. Lose some energy, but get some buffs. クロバティックなLet's go with that.
エネルギー切れがわかりました。動きなさいわ。
Oh, she didn't sleep very well.
エネルギー切れ
But
バクシーン。
nothing to be done but press forward! It becomes the greatest short distance in the Musume ever seen. DeもとかMeijiro family is so cute.
エネルギー切れ
Just want to get some sort of stats up before debut race. どうしたのだよ? Oh! I don't know what that does either. Okay, let's take a look at what skills we can learn. Okay, we've got some short distance and for we're off to a pretty good start. There. Let's learn a good skill for runners. And
実力は完全に上位ですね。
vertical races.
貫禄すら感じてしまいます。このレース
Alright. Just because it's short distance, let's actually watch all the races. If it were long distance, I would be skipping them, but first run, short distance, let's watch them. Right, we've got a turf track at Nakayama.
晴れ渡る空の下行われる中山レース場芝1200メイクデビュー9人の馬娘たちが挑みます。3番人気はこの子です。6番この評価は少し不満か。2番人気はこの子。7番スタンドに押しかけたファンの期待を一身に背負って本日の1番人気桜爆心号。
みんないい表情を見せていますね。
ゲートイン完了。出走の準備が整いました。さあゲートが開いた。各馬娘揃って綺麗なスタートを切りました。
誰が先頭に抜け出すか
Right out
注
of
目
the
しま
gate,
しょう。
先頭争いは桜爆心
pulling into
9番
lead like
6番
she's supposed to.
先頭は桜爆心号単身で飛ばして行きます。先頭から大きく離されて2番手は6番2馬身離れて8番少し後ろから9番5番手7番さらには5番そして1番その後2番7番上がっていきます。集団が一つにまとまって混戦状態です。
前に抜け出すのは容易じゃなさそうです。
さあ花に立ったのは桜爆心号。このままリードすることができるか。第4コーナーカーブ
勝負どころ、最後の直線へとかけていきます。
先頭は見合ったままこのまま直線での争いになるのか。桜爆心号花を
There we go.
最初のコーナー最初に立ち上がったのは桜爆心号。さあ外から先頭を伺うのは6番桜爆心号。突き放せ逃げる桜爆心号。残り200リードを開いていく桜爆心号。桜爆心号足色は衰えない桜爆心号。リードは2馬身。
There we go. Okay, I was getting a little worried about her for a second
見
there,
事な
but
走りで勝利を集中に収めました。メイクデビューを制しました。桜爆心号の完勝でした。2着は6番3着に入ったのは1番。
優等生ですから。はっはっはっはっはっは。
ah, she's so cute. Oh, first live. Oh, I don't know. Okay, how does?
響けファンファーレ届けゴールまで輝く未来を君と見たいから駆け出したらきっと始まるストーリーいつでも
I actually really love the random NPC characters that they've made. I want to work on like an OC based off of some of them, because some of them deserve to be better characters than they're actually getting. Alright, so we have our first make debut. And Sakura Bakshino is up to 10 points in her junior year. Out of the required 60. I sworn it was lower for short distance racers. Mada mada! You are only just getting started! Alright, let's aim for 60 points. And Kazuna opens her shop. That's available in the first round of the shop. Okay. Alright, we want to get those bonds up early on so we can get rainbows whenever we need them. And we're also going to buy some speed, because Machine! Okay, let's work on building our rotation. So first year, you're going to aim for G3s. But let's not take any extra miles that we don't need. Unless they're like a really good, important mile. There we go. Like, this is G1, so we'll take it anyways. Review. Take Spring State. We should probably cut Spring States. HK Mile. That one. Okay, that's gonna be a bit of a rough stretch. There's a chance you might get a debuff there. Right, Sentoru. Sprinter State. Skip that for now. Swan States. That's a dirt mile, so Doctrine's not going to be much use there. only want G1s, G2s. Of course, I might be totally overestimating myself here. Okay, we're getting so few short distance races. Let's just admit that we have to take D3s. Alright, let's Matsunomiya. A mile. Oh, but it's the same way as also the short distance. Whatever, I think we'll still come out in numbers to get the short distance finals. Stakes. One stakes. Alright. And let's save that for later, because I get the feeling we're going to be doing this run more than once. Let the training begin! Alright, back to... How far can we go? Okay, let's look up. Okay. I see how this works. Okay. Alright. Our first race out on our own. Got the rival. It said it was... This is a rival race, right? Yeah. Alright, most popular is Baksheen. And our rival today is... Someone.
美しい青空が広がる函館レース場、ターフも絶好の両馬場になりました。
各馬娘の構想が期待できます。
3番人気には成田ブライアン。この評価は少し不満か。2番人気はこの子ビワハヤヒデ。さあ今日の主役はこの馬娘を置いて他にいない。1番人気桜爆心王。
ゲートに入ってどの子からもいい雰囲気が感じられますよ。
各馬娘ゲートに入って体勢整いました。さあゲートが開いた。各馬娘綺麗なスタートを切りました。
これは位置取りが自然になりそうですね。
先行争いは桜爆心王、このブルボン1番桜爆心王快調に飛ばしていきます。先頭集団を見ていきましょう。1番人気桜爆心王早くも先頭。続いて日本のブルボン桜爆心王、日本のブルボン2人の競り合いは続いている。
2人がレースを作りそうですね。
さあ花に立ったのは桜爆心王。このままリードすることができるか。2番手の位置で先頭を伺うのはこのブルボン1番3番手3番追走5番手にリワハヤヒデ。外には5番8番並んできた。少し離れて11番さらには成田ブライアン。第4コーナーカーブ。
内から来るか外から来るか最後の局面です。
400を切りました。この直線で勝負が決まるとまだ1マス以上の差があるとここから捉えることができるのか。日本のブルボン食らいついていく。1番追走200を通過。桜爆心王逃げる。桜爆心王突き放す。
But she's hanging on to that lead, she's hanging on to that lead, and she wins! There we go! That's our girl.
他の馬娘たちをねじ伏せレースを制した函館ジュニアステークスを制しました。桜爆心王の完勝でした。2着は日本のブルボン優等生ですから。はっはっはっはっはっは。
interesting glitch. Don't see that every day. Okay. And... oh, that was already enough for the whole year. Okay, well, we're gonna keep doing as many races as we can, because apparently that's the best way to play this version. Oh, please don't crash. Okay. Nice. Alright, what's available?
お疲れ様です、トレーナーさん。本日は何を交換しますか？バチーン！
Kind of done. Let's look her up. And this is Kai for you. The bottom option is if in the first half of the pack during the opening leg, girls in the back become slightly slower. Ooh, I can work with that. Yeah, that'll work nice on Bakshi, since she'll always be in the first half. At least assuming nothing goes horribly wrong. Nice! Oh, we've already got double Bakshi. I mean, double Machikane Fukikitaru. We've got all Bakshi, all the time. Let's see if there's any skills we can pick up before we next race. Only one way to go forward is this short distance one, which I will hold off on distance specific until towards the end. Just because we've got a lot of miles in here, and it's better to have skills that apply to everything.
注目の一番人気13番桜バック
Okay. All right.
晴れ渡る空の下行われる小倉レース場芝1200小倉ジュニアステークス15人の馬娘たちが挑みます。虎視眈々と上位を狙っています。3番人気はオグリキャップ。この評価は少し不満か。2番人気はこの子エルコンドルパサー。さあ今日の主役はこの馬娘を置いて他にいない。本日の1番人気桜爆心王。
みんないい表情を見せていますね。
ゲートイン完了。出走の準備が整いました。さあゲートが開いた。各馬娘綺麗なスタートを切りました。
誰が先頭に抜け出すか
Alright,
注目しましょう。
先行争いは桜爆心王カレンちゃん11番。さあ花に立ったのは桜爆心王。このままリードすることができるか。2番手の位置で先頭を伺うのは11番。少し離れて3番魂離れてカレンちゃんオグリキャップ続いている。そしてその外から行ったのは9番。2馬身離れてエルコンドルパサー。外を回ります15番。内から14番。さらにその内からは12番。そのうち並んで4番。内で1番。その外並んで7番。そのうち並んで5番。外を回って10番。第4コーナーカーブ。
ここからスタート。一気にレースが動きます。
互いに足を止めている展開。果たして抜け出すのは誰だ。栄光まで400いった。外から先頭を飾るのは3番桜爆心王。花を進む桜爆心王。いけるリードを開いていく桜爆心王。残り200。桜爆心王。突き放して2番手の3番オグリキャップ。桜爆心王。1着でゴールイン。実力をいかなく発揮しレースを制した桜爆心王。見事に完勝。小倉ジュニアステークスを制しました。2着には3番。3着に入ったのはオグリキャップ。
Alright.
優等生ですから。はっはっはっはっはっは。
That glitch again. That's kind of creepy, don't you think? Alright. I just got a text from my friend, no context, it just says, I am openly an otter. And then I remembered what the context of that actually was, but that's a fun one to get with no context at all. Alright, I think it's nap time for Bakshi. Okay, good. She healed up well. Oh. Okay, new shop items.
お疲れ様ですトレーナーさん。本日何を公開しますか？
Alright, we want to have a nice carrot barbecue for all of our support cards.
交換ありがとうございます。
And let's take these power boosts.
さすがトレーナーさん。お目が高いですね。交換ありがとうございます。
Yeah, Bakshi!
付き合ってほしいな。
Alright. We're doing what Bakshi does best, which is getting really fast. Really fast. There we go.
付き合ってほしいな。
Okay, I was a little worried about that one, but it worked. Oh, Tigatame. This is power up when there's a lot sharing your technique. I'm gonna hold off for now.
「いざ爆心」美しい青空が広がる東京レース場。ターフも絶好の両馬場になりました。
名勝負になる舞台は整いましたね。
3番人気はこの子です。シーキング・ザ・パール。2番人気を紹介しましょう。成田ブライアン。スタンドに押しかけたファンの期待を一身に背負って1番人気桜爆心王。
ゲートに入ってどの子からもいい雰囲気が感じられますよ。
各馬娘ゲートに入って体勢整いました。スタート。各馬娘綺麗なスタートを切りました。
みんな集中してましたね。好レースが期待できそうです。
先行争いは桜爆心王10番2番。さあ激しい先行争いで前に出たのは桜爆心王。続いて10番そのうち並んで7番その外並んで12番内を回って2番そしてその外から行ったのは15番その後3、4馬身開いて1番あとは成田ブライアン。それを見るようにカレンちゃん外を通りまして14番岸山の並びかけてきた。そして8番少し離れてシーキング・ザ・パール大欅を越え4コーナーへ。勝負は最後の直線に持ち越された。まだ1馬身以上の差がある。入ることができるのか。さあ外から先頭を伺うのは12番気持ちよく逃げている桜爆心王。桜爆心王花を進む。さあ誰が最初に仕掛けるのか。最終コーナー最初に立ち上がったのは桜爆心王。桜爆心王順当は桜爆心王。
Honestly, I'm more impressed with number 4 back there. Who is that?
桜爆心王速い速いもはや独走状態。追いすがる1番残り200。桜爆心王
No, that's not even Unaga. It's just someone who's just not doing okay.
桜爆心王足色は衰えない日脚は桜爆心王。最後意地を見せて栄冠を手にしまし
So Bakshin wins again.
KO 杯ジュニアステークスを制しました。2着は1番、3着は2番。優等生ですから。はっはっはっはっはっは。
Alright. So who was that in the far back? Number 4. Grass Wonder? What are you doing here? This is short distance. You don't run short distance. That's why you lost. Although after that, it makes me want to try building a short distance Grass Wonder. I'm not sure if it would actually be possible. I'd have to look at the stats. Alright. Okay. Bakshin's dance lesson is guts or int. Okay, let's take int.
エネルギー
Take it now. Alright, that one I can have speed. If I can have speed, I want speed.
準備運動
Ooh, I can afford.
私は
There we go.
注目の一番人気17番
Alright. 17 Sakura Bakshin. Oh. First G1 race.
サムドラの阪神に熱き心の若駒が揃うクラシックへの道阪神ジュベナイルフィリーズ3番人気にはチーキング・ザ・パール、2番人気を紹介しましょうゴールドシティさあ今日の主役はこの馬娘を置いて他にいない1番人気
Maybe she's just got a bit too much
桜
hair.
ゲートに入ってどの子からもいい雰囲気が感じられますよ。
ゲートイン完了出走
But
の準備が
Milan
整いまし
Hayagita
た
also has a lot of hair, but her head doesn't look too big for her body.
スター
Oh,
ト
bad
馬娘
start.
綺麗なスタートを切りました
みんな集中してましたね。好レースが期待
Alright,
でき
but
そうで
she's
す。
getting
先
up
行
there.
争
Okay.
いは桜爆心11番6番
She got some
さあ
good
激しい
status.
先行争いで前に出たのは桜爆心号
He's trying
2番手の位置で先行を伺うのは11番内から行く6番さらには9番外を回って16番少し離れて1番そして外目をつきましてはゴールドシチ外から行く西のフラワーさらに内から4番そして3番それを見るように8番そしてその外メジロドームそれを見るようにチーキング・ザ・パール内の方から7番さらに内から2番すぐに続いて15番後方2番手に5番12番最後方からのレースになりました桜爆心先頭を進みましたこれは正解
桜爆心を彼女の客室に持
Bakshin,
っていますね。
Bakshin.
第4コーナーを進んで直線へ向かう
You don't need to win by a huge gap.
目が離せま
Just
せん
need to
互
win.
いに足を溜めている展開果たして抜け出すのは誰か6番ここで抜け出しました外から先頭を疑うのは
Oh,
桜爆心号
second.
桜爆心号並び
Okay,
かけて
she's
きた
back in.
桜
Back
爆
in.
心号
Okay, she's
ここで
they're
抜け出
really
しました
struggling for that
2
top
号の
position.
舞台はこれから坂が
But she might be able to do it.
桜爆心号リードを開いていく桜爆心号200を通過桜爆心号突き放す桜爆心号リードは1馬身桜爆心号足を衰え桜爆心号今ゴールイン師走の阪神にその名を挙げたのは桜爆
Oh,
心
that was real
号
close.
新たなる女王の
That's why I like
誕
these
生
short
だ
distance
2着に
races.
は
They're
シー
actually
キ
kind
ン
of
グ・
fun
ザ・
to
パ
watch.
ール3着に入ったのは11番
爆心的勝利
Bakshin Techie indeed. Alright. Baby's first D1. So proud of you, Bakshin.
夢のゲート開いて輝き目指して行こうみんなで Go to the top 誰より速く走りたいハートが加速するドキドキしてるしさせちゃうし毎日がスペシャルですとびきりを見せたいなら自分のらしさを自分で一番信じてあげなくちゃね風を切って駆け出すもうこの止まらない本音も終わるも君に一直線夢と希望と尻尾にかけ Get just 誓うよ Go to the top 夢のゲート開いて輝き目指して完成と地響きと光るしぶきと愛とロマンがここにある見よう一緒にエンドレス芝の匂い大好き終わらない夢を連れてどこまでも
Yay! 素敵なライブだった。And Bakshin finishes her junior year with enough points that she would have cleared a regular year. So we're doing pretty well, I think. Bakshin. We get a million achievements because this
お
is
疲れ様ですトレーナーさん
alright.
本日は何を
That's one we
します
definitely want to get. That'll increase our maximum stamina.
さすがトレーナーさんお目が高いですねぐいふむふむ
And there's the goal. We get some stat boosts. And skill level up. Always good. At least until we get her to her 3-star. Okay, that's dirt only skill, so that's useless.
お
Thanks.
疲れ様ですトレーナーさん本日は何を鑑定しますか
Bonus. Good.
さすがトレーナーさんお目が高いですね
And then it loads. Unbelievable.
交換ありがとうございます
That'll give us one of the stat
さ
buffs.
すがトレーナーさんお目が高いですね エネルギー切れが近くとも。
Alright, I think it's nap time.
長距離だってお任せを。
Alright. Vaccine.
爆心。
Does anything even happen at Ori? I feel like that's one of those racetracks where, I mean, it did come from Smart Falcon, so I wouldn't be surprised if the only thing of note they have there is dirt. Dang, we had a lot of events that day. Okay. Can we get any interesting skills? Let's take that one. Good on well-maintained tracks. Ta-da.
注目の1番人気1番
いざ爆心。
抜けるような青空の下阪神レース場芝1400フィリーズレビュー17人の馬娘たちが挑みます。人気と実力を兼ね備えた美穂のブルボン、今日は3番人気です。この評価は少し不満か。2番人気はこの子カレンちゃん。さあ今日の主役はこの馬娘を置いて他にいない1番人気桜爆心号。
ゲートに入ってどの子からもいい雰囲気が感じられますよ。
ゲートイン完了。出走の準備が整いました。スタート。各馬娘綺麗なスタートを切りました。
みんな集中してましたね。好レースが期待できそうです。
先行争いは桜爆心号、美穂のブルボン、9番桜爆心号、快調に飛ばしていきます。さあ花に立ったのは桜爆心号。このままリードすることができるか。2番手の位置で先頭を伺うのは美穂のブルボン。少し後ろから4番、さらに内から3番、外を回ります成田ブライン、カレンちゃん追走。さらに内からオグリーキャップ、そしてその外から行ったのは16番、その内並んで9番、12番並んできた。そしてその内を回って藤井奇跡、1馬身離れて11番、1馬身差17番、そしてその内から行ったのは15番。第4コーナーを進んで直線へ向かう。
勝負どころ、最後の直線へとかけていきます。
さあいよいよ直線だ。どのタイミングで誰が仕掛けるのか。まだ1馬身以上差があるぞ。ここから最後のことができるのか。桜爆心号、最後のコーナー、先陣を切ったのは桜爆心号。
That's why everyone loves that.
成田ブライアン、桜爆心号。速い、もはや独走状態。残り200点。桜爆心号、逃げる桜爆心号、突き放せ。2番手争いは成田ブライアン、藤木奇跡、大楽勝だ。桜爆心号、今勝利です。この子にかなう馬娘はいるのか。フィリーズレビューを制しました。桜爆心号の完勝でした。2着成田ブライアン、3着カレンちゃん。
Alright.
優等生ですから。
Vaccine, vaccine!
はっはっはっはっはっは。
Oh, hey, music! Yeah, I'm just, hanging out here, training some horse on a brand new account, so I am running with the crappiest resources. Good morning! Alright, let's go for some int training because that'll actually boost our energy levels slightly. And oh, it's that day. Which gachas you play? This is my main one. I will be doing some rolls after I finish this run. I actually had to drop most of my gachas a while back when my phone was running out of storage, but I did just get a new phone with bigger storage, so I will probably be picking some games back up. I did really enjoy Azure Lane when I was playing that. I am definitely getting back into Project Sekai, because, oh man, those virtual concerts are so fun. And yeah, maybe a couple others. Maybe I'll see if there's anything up and coming that's looking good. I played a little FGO, like, back towards launch, and yeah, I had a good time with it. I felt like it was taking a while for the plot to really get anywhere, but I don't know, it was fun. Oh right, I wanted to check out what skills. No, I'm not gonna be able to afford any skills with that. Alright. It's Okasho Day! Our rival for today is Sweep Tosho, the little witch horse! Alright. So we've got good odds with this. Everything is showing good. We're the most popular entry. The little icons. Oh, yeah, that was another one that I played toward launch, but I heard that gets a lot of drama around which characters. All I really care is that Gatekeeper won that election, and so now there's just a random Gatekeeper unit, and he is the best. I quit before Gatekeeper came out though, so unfortunately, no Gatekeeper for me. Yeah, Gatekeeper best boy!
咲き誇る桜が女王の誕生を待ち望むクラシック第1弾桜花賞人気と実力を兼ね備えたダイワスカーレット今日は3番人気です
Okay, we've got Daiwa Scarlet and Sweep Tosho
2番
are
人
the
気は
ones
こ
to
の
beat.
子スイープ東証威風堂々とスタートを待つのはこの馬娘
First for Mira Wang. I don't know. I might try to sculpt some good umamimi for my model. Okay, rough start, but this is a well-maintained track, so we do get a buff from that. And okay, Baksheen takes the initial lead like he should. Let's go. Oh, Sweep Tosho's costume is so cute. I want her to be playable. Alright, Baksheen. Coming up on that last leg. You can do this. Okay. Come on, Baksheen. Real tight pack there. Yeah! Baksheen! Alright. We have won one of the biggest races that she could enter. live time. Yeah. I need to get like little light stick animation for my model. Here, I'll shrink myself. Okay, I don't think that's actually Bakjin's voice. Does it only have... Yeah, I don't think she actually has vocals available for this one. I just picked a random track. That is not her voice. Yes, they are. They are racehorses, and the winner gets to do an idol concert at the end. It's a little bit of a silly concept, but I swear it is actually one of the greatest sports animes made in the last decade. I am not even kidding. The anime was amazing. The anime really downplays the idol part, but it results in a genuinely moving sports story. Yeah, no, it's totally worth it. I recommend it. I almost cried a few times because, you know, it's a sports drama. There are ways for things to go wrong, and they do not pull punches. The whole thing is actually based off of the historical racehorses that they're all named after. So, yeah, some of them did not have happy endings in real life, and that is the only thing they retconned is if one of them actually did not survive. Other than that, they pull no punches. If a horse broke a leg, our girl broke a leg. Okay. No glue factory? There is kind of a meme about the glue factory in the community. There's a certain version of the game event where you can get rid of old horses that you've trained, and everyone just calls it, ah yes, it's glue event time. But, no, in the anime, they might not always miraculously recover, but they at least don't die. But, yeah, it actually does get pretty rough at times. Alright, and we get the Speed Eater debuff. I think that's for mile only, so I'm probably not going to take that, since we're aiming to make her useful for short distance in the end. Yeah, at least no one dies, because... I'm not gonna spoil it, but, in real life, the horse that, became the main character in this game, Special Week, the real-life horse literally died as the final episode of the anime was airing, and everyone was just absolutely distraught, but, they put together a really lovely tribute for real-life Special Week in the end. Yabe. I think that's the one where they just randomly skip practice, so we want to see... Okay. There. Let's take this Nandemoru. And let's go into this race. Alright. One of the three judges doesn't expect us to be doing all that great, but everyone else thinks we're gonna win. Oh, it's raining. Gross. I would hate to have to run in that.
世代最速を自負する馬娘が府中に集う NHK マイルカップ虎視眈々と上位を狙っています。3番人気はアグネスデジタル、2番人気を紹介しましょう。エルコンドルパサー。さあ今日の主役はこの馬娘を置いて他にいない。ここまで無敗桜花賞馬娘桜爆心号1番人気です。
ゲートに入ってどの子からもいい雰囲気が感じられますよ。
各馬娘ゲートに入って体勢整いました。さあゲートが開いた。各馬娘揃って綺麗なスタートを切りました。
誰が先頭に抜け出すか注目しましょう。
サイレンス鈴鹿会長に飛ばして行きます。先頭はサイレンス鈴鹿単身で飛ばして行きます。2番手の位置で先頭を伺うのは桜爆心号1馬身差18番1馬身離れて11番さらに内ゴールド外でアグネスデジタル内をついて4番外を回ります16番外を見るように3番外で15番そしてその内から行ったのはエルコンドルパーサー1馬身離れてグラスバンダーそれを見るように17番内の方から5番外には8番少し後ろからスイープ登場後方2番手にチーキングザパールそして最後方1番勢いを落とせるといきますサイレンス鈴鹿ゴールこの展開
かかってしまっているかもしれません。一息つけるといいですが
大欅を越え4コーナーへまだ1馬身以上の差があるぞここからトライ
Yeah, they did a really good job of making the races actually exciting. Oh, okay, we got our ultimate. So that might give us a bit of help in getting past. Maybe she can do it. Maybe. The Gold City's also catching up. Gold City wins. And our poor Baksheen's first loss. I can re-roll it, but I really don't need to. Oh, but if I re-roll it, then... No, I want to get the rewards for actually winning this race. Remind me not to get into horse racing because of the stream. I swear, some of the people in the Uma Musume Discord post actual real-life horse racing stuff in one of the side channels. I'm gonna skip this so we're not, like, sitting through the same race again, but... Please win. Alright, this will skip us to the last leg. Okay, much better, much better. If she's already ahead of Suzuka, this might work. And she gets angling steaming. There we go. This is a win. There we go. Yeah, I wouldn't have redone that if it weren't for the fact that I'm on a new account. And I haven't gotten all the rewards for clearing all the different races yet, so... Alright. It only... Oh. Hang on. Is that a phone with a cursor? This is... I'm playing it on an emulator on PC. So, the cursor is just my mouse cursor. How have I changed? I do play this game on actual mobile, I just find it easier to stream from an emulator. And also it helps me keep my accounts separate so that I can... It was not my original intention to be playing this on a separate... I have not changed! Oh, I really hope I didn't just delete my new account. I'll pick up all my stuff after this, because I know I'm just gonna keep getting more and more. Okay, it skipped the live. What was the live gonna be? Oh, actually, this is a pretty cool one. Honestly, I would not be surprised if something turned out to happen if you put on 3D glasses with the song. It might just look really weird, but I wouldn't be surprised if it did something. Okay. Mada mada! Great. Alright, we want that stat boost. I'm gonna be at risk of getting that status penalty, so I'm gonna buy this in advance and just not use it. Yeah, that'll allow us to form bonds with our teammates faster. And we're gonna buy that and save it for summer vacation. Do I really want to enter this race? No, I want to train today. Yeah. Okay, so that means we can now get rainbow training in Guts with Yuki no Bijin. Oh wait, what skills can I get? Let's go reading! Yeah, good luck. Okay. That's a skill for... Wait, no. I can do this. And if I get, like, one more that activates at the beginning of the leg. Oh, just less than that. Is there anything else I can afford? Or Lucky 7 only triggers if I'm specifically in gate number 7. Let's try it. Alright, Yasuda Kinen, let's go!
快速自慢が集う東京マイル安田記念。春のマイル王は誰の手に。3番人気にはウォッカ、2番人気を紹介しましょう。西のフラワー、スタンドに押しかけたファンの期待を一身に背負ってここまで無敗、桜花賞馬娘桜爆心号1番人気です。
ゲートに入ってどの子からもいい雰囲気が感じられますよ。
各馬娘ゲートに入って体勢整いました。
And... 行くぞ！
今スタートが切られました。各馬娘綺麗なスタートを切りました。
みんな集中してますね。
Okay, but she still pulls in the
好レー
front.
スが期待できそうです。
先行争いは桜爆心号13番
Some
9番
sort of good
先頭は
status.
桜爆心号単身で飛ばしていきます。
Not sure
2
what that
番
one
手の
does.
位置で先頭を伺うのは9番、それを見るように13番、さらにその外からは14番、すぐに続いて菱アマゾン、12番追走、内には西のフラワー、1馬身離れて7番3番、並んできた1馬身差バンブーメモリー、少し後ろからウォッカ1馬身差スイープ登場、少し離れてオグリーキャップ、その外並んでアグネスデジタル。
But that's just her strategy. Just get out front and get the hell away from everyone
そ
else.
して最後方2番意気揚々と先頭を行きます。
You can choose what kind of strategy you run with in
かか
this
ってし
game.
まっているかもしれません。
And hers is just get the hell away.
大欅を越え4コーナーへ、まだ1馬身以上の差
It's
が。
funny because she's like one of the most academically inclined characters, but also her strategy is just like, I go fast.
コーナーを曲がって最初に駆け抜けてきたのは桜爆心号。桜爆心号
Okay, and the skill she activated is practically an instant win. It's super
桜
OP.
爆心号、先頭は桜爆心号。これ
Yeah,
は
horse
強い
go
残り
burr.
200。桜爆心号、逃げる逃げる、うおっか食らいついていく。桜爆心号、足を衰えない。
Yeah, there we go.
1着でゴールイン。実力を遺憾なく発揮しレースを制した桜爆心号勝ちました。上半期のマイル女王の座
Horse news redeem win.
勝利
Well, no, that's not. I can't make good horse noises. My weakness is impressions, actually. Oh, please don't crash. There we go. Okay. No, it would be awful. It would just be me sounding like me, making noises that sound nothing like whatever I'm supposed to be doing impressions of.
今日はやってやりますよ
Alright, today we want to rest up in anticipation of vacation. And by vacation, I mean we train harder, except now we're on a beach.
ただいまセール中ですぜひ交換していってください
Stepping out of the comfort zone. Yeah, I probably should at some point, but now is not the time. I'm not there yet.
お目が高いですね
Step 1, find a comfort zone. Step 2, leave.
交換ありがとう
Alright,
ございます
that will boost my relationship with the principal.
さすがトレーナーさんお目が高いですね
What else we got? Big smart scroll.
交換ありがとうございます
Yes.
さすがトレーナーさんお目が高いですねありがとう
Okay. We have bought all the things. What's going on?
学級委員長として誠心誠意一緒に頑張って
Dragging a giant tire! Yeah, they go to like a training academy.
私の大爆心にご期待ください今日は
I think
やってやりますよ
technically they make it kind of ambiguous to like what age category they fall in because they kind of don't fall in any category at all. I think it's literally canon that horse girls don't even age anymore, and that's why you see characters appearing as like 1 minute they're 9 and they're standing next to an existing character who's like maybe 16 or something, and then they show up and then they're both like 16. So don't think too hard about the timeline. I like to think of them as college students because the magic, it just makes me laugh to think of some of these characters getting drunk on the weekends.
わかりましたエネルギー切れが近く
I mean, that would be a side benefit for some people, but I also just think it would be much more moving if they had a bit more of that maturity going. I think it would create a better story. And I don't know, maybe I'm just too old to find high school settings like the big thing that you can relate to. It's just like, okay, grow up another like 3 years, get some freedom, and then come and talk to me. But also, imagining some of these characters drinking on the weekends is just too funny. Don't send high schoolers to the glue factory. Yeah, it's also just some of the things that happen in the anime are just oof. You don't want to think about it happening to anyone, but you feel even worse if you're like, oh, these are like kids. Okay. It would be risky to do much of anything. Okay, let's just rest up today. And Bakushin has a great time at the beach. Karen-chan goes to the mall. What is the correct answer for this? This is Anata dake no kawaii, and the results are Speed 5 int 10 or Speed 10 power 5. Speed 10 power 5. Alright. And then we go right back to racing. Neume. Yes, Neume is the main goal of Bakushin. That's why she's the recommended first playthrough for any new account. Because she's just really easy to run. Even if you got really crappy gacha rolls to start out with, you can run a Bakushin.
波乱の香り漂う曇り空の下行われる阪神レース場芝1200セントウルステークス15人の馬娘たちが挑みます。人気と実力を兼ね備えたオグリキャップ、今日は3番人気です。2番人気を紹介しましょう。マルゼンスキー、威風堂々とスタートを待つのはこの馬娘。ここまで無敗、桜花賞馬娘桜爆心号1番人気です。
好レースが期待できそうな素晴らしい雰囲気ですね。
各馬娘ゲートに入って体勢整いました。スタート。各馬娘綺麗なスタートを切りました。
誰が先頭に抜け出すか注目しましょう。
先行争いはマルゼンスキー、桜爆心号、石焼ボロ、桜爆心号、落ち着かない様子。
But also, she's just a really good horse to run. Like, even though she's easy to start out with, she stays competitive in the long term. There's also just not that many characters that run short distance. It's one of the smaller categories. Oh,
馬娘たちがどう動くか見えて離せません。
マルゼンスキー、ここで抜け出した。まだ先頭は動かない。これは直線勝負になるか。
Yeah, the actual tutorial run is Die with Scarlet. And she's alright, but Bakushin is way easier to get a good start with. Yeah, Bakushin is very reliable.
ゴール板を駆け抜けた。これは見事な走り。勝ったのは桜爆心号。2着はマルゼンスキー。3着はひしあけぼの。
優等生ですから。
Hey, I still don't even know if I'm gonna take that offer because I don't know. I haven't hit the requirements yet. I don't have the follower count. I think I've got the rest of them, either the basic ones done and the ones that are just like stream a bunch of times, those are underway. But even once I meet the requirements, I'm not sure I'm gonna take it. Okay, yes, admittedly, that could be kind of fun. Alright. Ooh, we've got a big one today. Okay. Alright, let's go. The thing is, I just don't want to be locked into specifically using Twitch. because, like, I do like doing my concerts, and I feel like that would just get me insta-banned for copyright here. Whereas with YouTube, you can kind of skirt under the radar.
いざ爆心
Trumpet player in the background having the best time. Don't look too closely at the audience.
秋の気配が近づく中山に快速自慢が集う。電光石火スプリンターズステークス3番人気はこの子です。
Yeah, I might be able to get away with it,
この評価は
but
少し不満か、
eh,
2番人気はこの子
I am
西の
afraid
フ
of
ラ
the
ワ
band
ー
hammer.
さあ今日の主役はこの馬娘を置いて他にいない。ここまで無敗桜花賞馬娘桜爆心号1番人気です。
好レースが期待できそうな素晴らしい雰囲気ですね。
ゲートイン完了。出走の準備が整いました。スタートです。各馬娘綺麗なスタートを切りました。
誰が先頭に抜け出すか注目しましょう。
先行争いは美穂のブルボン、石明ボノ、西のフラワー、美穂のブルボン、会長に飛ばしていきます。
美穂のブルボン
花を奪っていったのは美穂のブルボン。2番手の位置で先頭を伺うのは桜爆心号。2馬審査14番、4番手には7番、1馬審査西のフラワー。さらにその内からは菱アマゾン。少し後ろから石明ボノ、2馬審、3馬審開いて9番。少し後ろからチーピングダパール。少し離れてリコーペガサス。外12番、11番、並んでくる第4コーナーカーブ。
勝負どころ最後の直線へとかけていきます。
さあいよいよ直線だ。どのタイミングで誰が仕掛けるのか。各馬娘一列となって
Vaccine, please!
中山の直線が短いぞ。後ろの子たちは間に合うか。抜け出したのは日本のブルーボンだが後続も追いすがる。桜爆心号並びかけてきた。残り200。まだ勝負は続く。
Yeah! Vaccine!
桜爆心号完全に抜け出した。桜爆心号突き放す。桜爆心号1着でゴールイン。実力を遺憾なく発揮しレースを制した。熾烈な電撃戦を制したのは桜爆心号。スプリンターズステークス完勝だ。2着には
爆心的勝利
Yeah, the announcer characters are actually pretty fun. I'm pretty sure there is actually a version of the original final boss song that got covered by the announcers. I'm gonna see if I can find it and like drop a link in the chat or something because that was too good. Alright. Here we go. We just won Sprinter Stakes. And we are almost at the end of our first full year. Okay, what's in the shop?
お疲れ様ですトレーナーさん。本日は何を交換しますか？
We got buffs.
さすがトレーナーさん。お目が高いですね。
Okay, I don't think I need to buy more cat food
交
for the
換ありが
principal,
とうございます。
which sounds really weird. Okay, I've already got that. Condition bonus, so I don't need to buy that again. You can never have too much. Okay, but the gauge actually does max out, and after that you're just wasting your money.
さすがトレーナーさん。お目
Okay,
が
that'll
高いです
boost
ね。
guts training. I don't think I really need that. Alright, I'm gonna hold off for now. We don't have a race scheduled today. No, you need to rest. You need a nap.
動きなさい
Wait,
私
no.
の足。お疲れ様ですトレーナーさん。本日は何を交換しますか？
There we go. Do that. Then we can train.
交換ありがとうございます。
We also use this, and we get more for our money. And more for our energy points.
さすがトレ私は
And boom.
一緒に頑張って。
So yeah, she's got a cat on her head. Supposedly, the principal is based off of another racehorse. So you'll notice that you can't see if she has human ears, and you never see her without her hat. So it is not confirmed whether the principal is a human or a horse. But they say that she's based off of another historical racehorse that was frequently seen hanging around with a certain barn cat. It was pretty cute.
エネルギー切れが近くとも。
Alright, what skills? Take that. Does actually give us enough points that we might be able to get Digatame working. Digatame is a skill that activates if you activate a certain number of other skills in the first leg, which makes it really good for runner-type characters like Bakshin. Because she just gets that massive boost in speed right at the beginning and just stays so far ahead that no one can even catch her. That's her goal.
いざ爆心。美しい青空が広がる京都レース場。ターフも絶好の両馬場になりました。
十分に実力を出せるレースとなりそうですね。
3番人気はこの子です。オグリキャップ2番人気を紹介しましょう。岸あけぼの。さあ、今日の主役はこの馬娘を置いて他にいない。ここまで無敗、桜花賞馬娘桜爆心王1番人気です。
好レースが期待できそうな素晴らしい雰囲気ですね。
各馬娘ゲートに入って体勢整いました。スタートです。各馬娘綺麗なスタートを切りました。
誰が先頭に抜け出すか注目しましょう。
She pulls out in start. We did not get Digatame, at least not yet.
このままリードすることができるか。2番手の位置で先頭を伺うのは8番、そして外目を突き出したのは10番、少し離れて
This wasn't really a race I was worried about.
それを見るようにオグリキャップ、さらには石焼けぼの桜爆心王上がっていきます。
ちょっと前に出ましたね。
先頭は桜爆心王単身で飛ばしていきます。続いて8番外で9番西のフラワー、4番手すぐに続いて15番少し後ろから10番石焼けぼの並びかけてきた。第4コーナーカーブ
勝負どころ。最後の直線へとかけていきます。
No one can touch her.
ここから先頭を捉える子は出てくるのか。さあいよいよ直線だ。どのタイミングで誰が仕掛けるのか。桜爆心王。
Yeah, some of them pull pretty funny faces when they're
桜爆
focused.
心王残り400、最終コーナーを曲がって最初に駆け抜けてきたのは桜爆心王。追いすがるオグリキャップ桜爆心王。
Yeah,
強い強い。
this was not even a challenge.
100を通過。これはすごい。桜爆心王足色は衰えない。先頭は桜爆心王。変わらない桜爆心王。これは完璧な勝利です。優等生ですから。
Yeah, no one can touch her. God, that glitch is creepy. I swear, it doesn't normally do that on mobile. I think that's exclusive to just me playing on an emulator right now. Yeah, this... Basically, the reason that Bakshin gets recommended to new players and people just starting out is that she's really consistent and really takes the RNG out. Most other characters run really heavy on the RNG to the point where this game will get punishing if you're running heavy RNG characters. But I did also get some really good rolls at the beginning of my playthrough that gave me some really good stat boosts, and yeah, I'm seeing the benefits of it at this point. I don't know what this... okay, yeah. Alright, today is the Mile Champions Cup. We're more of a short distance character than a mile character, but we'll see what we can do. No, I do not believe that refers to running.
長く続いたマイル路線も終わりを迎える。 王者誕生マイルチャンピオンシップ虎視眈々と上位を狙っています。3番人気はサイレンス鈴鹿。2番人気を紹介しましょう。ゴールドシチースタンドに押しかけたファンの期待を一身に背負ってここまで無敗桜花賞馬娘桜爆心号1番人気です。
みんないい表情を見せていますね。
各馬娘ゲートに入って体勢整いました。
But no, clearly the Mile High Club is when you just win all of the mile
誰が先頭
races.
に抜け出すか
All of
注
them.
目しましょう。
Can't miss a single one.
桜爆心号
Which is actually impossible considering that there are some that are scheduled on the exact same day.
やはり桜爆心号2番手の位置で先頭を伺うのはサイレンス鈴鹿。2馬身3馬身開いてアグネスデジタル。外を回って石焼けボノ差がなく3番外目をついて18番さらには4番そしてその外から行ったのは待機シャトル外16番ゴールドシチー落ち着かない様子。
None of these
花を奪っていったのは
characters
サイレンス鈴鹿桜爆心号続いている2馬身差石焼けボノ少し離れてアグネスデジタル5番手には4番少し後ろから待機シャトル内で3番
Okay, meanwhile, Buxton's actually having a bit of trouble with the front there. Okay, we got it. That should take care of it.
2馬身3馬身開いてリコーペガサスさらにウォッカ12番並びかけてきた。まもなく第4コーナーカーブ
勝負どころ、最後の直線へとかけていきます。
この直線で勝負が決まる。
Yeah, for a second it looked like he was actually having some trouble, but then she got her skills off and boom.
桜爆心号
That's-
まだ差がある。ここから先頭を捉える子は出てくるのか。残り4周最終コーナーを曲がって最初に立ち上がったのは桜爆心号。
If any of these horses can clone themselves, I suppose it would. No, it's all gotta be the exact same person, and the different clones count as different people. Nah, no.
大楽勝だ桜爆心号。ゴール板を駆け抜けた。これは見事な走り。桜爆心号2大マイル戦を制覇。見事
爆心的勝利。
Alright. We win again. We overshot the goals so hard. So, our goal as part of the scenario is to get a certain number of points per year. And, her goal was only 300 points. We currently have 740, and there's still at least one more race in the year. What about time travel? If you had, like, a time turner type device, you could probably make it happen, but that would also be just exhausting, and that would be very impressive. Okay. Okay. No, I want to keep all of my energy, so I don't want to take that. Oh god. No.
トレーニングの時間ですね。
Let's not think about that. Let's not think about that.
付き合ってほしいな。
No. Why is she sad? Who made my horse sad? Alright, what other skills can we pick up? Ah, Runner's Corner. That's always a good one. Because we don't like his accent. It's not the accent! I mean, there's an Irish horse in this game.
注目の1番人
That's,
気
I think that's the closest we've got. There's an Irish horse in this game, there's a French horse in the anime, and there's a couple of Americans.
いざ爆心。
上空には灰色の空が広がる阪神レース場。天気は何とか持ちこたえ両馬場の発表です。
天気持ってくれるといいですね。
3番人気はこの子です。ミホノブルボン。2番人気を
Alright, so
紹介しましょ
arrival
う。
for today is Bamboo Memory.
さあ今日の主役はこの馬娘を置いて他にいない。ここまで無
leader
敗
of the
2大マイル戦覇者
disciplinary committee,
桜爆心号1番人気です。
Whatever the hell
み
that
んないい
does.
表情を見せていますね。
ゲートイン完了。出走の準備が
Nothing
整い
can
ま
tame
し
the
た。
chaos that is
今スター
an
トが切ら
entirely
れました。
school horse
各
rules.
馬娘揃って綺麗なスタートを切りました。
これは位置取りが熾烈になりそうですね。
Alright.
桜爆心号とミホノブルボンこの2人が競り合っているぞ。
And-
桜爆心号快調に飛ばして行きます。 先頭は桜爆信号単身で飛ばしていきます。2番手の位置で先頭を伺うのはミホノブルゴン。それを見るように
Oh, we've got some
16
real
番
fun
少し離れて
names in
12
here.
番石明ボロ並んできた。少し後ろから8番14番続いている17番追走。その後34馬身開いて10番。
But
そして
nah,
内目をつきま
it's
しては
just
バンブーメモ
real
リー。
horse
少し
names.
離れて11番。
And so you get
その
some
外
people
並んで
making OCs based off of other horses that aren't in the game. Of course, one of the most popular one is Potatoes,
目が離せません。
who I believe was like 1800s or early 1900s, and it's spelled as Poto. Hot 8
これだ
O's.
け密集していると紛れがありそうですね。
さあこれから坂2側の舞台はこれから坂がある。逃げる桜爆信号食い下がる石明ボノ残り200。桜爆信号突き放せ桜爆信号このまま最後まで行ってしまうのか。リードを開いていく桜爆
And
信
Vaccine
号
wins again because that was really never in Quest.
最後意地を見せて
優等生ですから。
Bamboo memories, trendy tubers. Okay, yeah, that's definitely an Uma Musume OC. The raid first name's trendy tubers. I don't like the sound of that. Nice! Trendy tubers is oh god. Yeah, okay. My future mascot will just be a long potato holding a light stick. Go! Okay, except is that actually the right answer? Yeah. Go! Alright, new stuff in the shop. What do we
た
got?
だいまセール中です。ぜひ交換していってください。
Okay. Always good to have some of that on hand.
ありがとうございます。大切に使ってくださいね。
Got items that boost different training. Ooh. Okay. That one means that we can't fail
ありが
our
とうござい
training.
ます。
I haven't failed any trainings yet this round, because I've been really careful about it.
大切に使ってくださいね。
A little more stamina will help us if we have to do miles.
交換ありがとうございます。
So refill her stamina and then make her kind of mad at me. Because it's gross, I guess.
トレーニングの時間ですね。承知。私は晴れの日が好きです。
Yes.
なぜなら走りやすいからです。報告は以上です。
We'll just take that right way. I'm actually surprised at how good my stats are getting on this one,
付き合ってほしいな。
considering that this is... My cards are... No, I think it was actually just like some super bitter juice or something like that. It's
何から
fine.
始めましょうか。 爆心
Did I have that on my rotation? No. Nah, let's just keep training.
私は
You want-
こりゃ
it was green in the picture. So weak taste buds. Kare mitsuketa. Okay, what is the correct answer to kare mitsuketa? Correct answer is the one that makes it go speed.
スピード
Ooh, if I do this, then I'll be able to start getting rainbows off of King Halo. Alright. Okay, but what's my training options today? No, it's a new year, so my point counter reset. I want to run these races.
注目の一番人気14
Especially because every time I win a race that I've never won before on this account, which is all of them because I've never played this account before, I'll be getting jewels for the gacha, and that is important because, oh man, I don't have a whole lot to use. Ooh, snowy.
舞い散る雪がターフを白く染め上げます。除雪作業の進むここ阪神レース場馬場状態の発表は主です。
雪化粧といえば聞こえはいいですが、走る子たちにすれば厄介ですね。
人気と実力を兼ね備えたマルゼンスキー、今日は3番人気です。2番人気を紹介しましょう。尾行ペガサス、威風堂々とスタートを待つのはこの馬娘。ここまで無敗2大マイル戦覇者桜爆心王、1番人気です。
好レースが期待できそうな素晴らしい雰囲気ですね。
ゲートイン完了、出走の準備が整いました。今スタートが切られました。各馬娘揃って綺麗なスタートを切りました。
みんな
So
集
we
中
were
し
in
て
gate
ま
number
したね。
7, so we got the
好レー
boost
スが期待できそう
for
です。
being in gate
桜爆
7.
心王とマルゼンスキー、この2人が競り合っているぞ。桜爆心王、快調に飛ばしていきます。注目株の桜爆心王、
Getting up
現
there,
在トッ
but
プ、
is that
続きはマルゼンス
Marzensky giving her a
激
hard
しい先頭
time?
争い。
Yeah,
12番、
Marzensky.
4番手、8番、7番、続いている4番、並んでくる15番、続いている内から9番、そして内目をつきましては1番、13番、並びかけてきた内から尾行ペガサス、2馬身差
And
3番、
okay, yeah, give her a second,
さ
and
ら
everyone
に
starts
西
to fall
山
behind.
そのうち並んで5番、少し後ろから10番、第4コーナーカーブ。
勝負どころ、最後の直線へとかけていきます。
さあいよいよ直線だ。どのタイミングで誰が仕掛けるのか。まだ1馬身以上の差があると、ここから捉えることができる
Alright,
のか。
that's pretty much the instant win button that's triggered, so.
2側の舞台はこれから坂がある。
Yeah.
桜爆心王、強い強い。
Yeah, there's a lot of questionable costume choices, but at least all of the girls who run in skirts get shorts under their skirts. Thank God. I would not be playing this if this were a game that had like constant panty
強さ
black.
を見せつけて桜爆心王、ゴール門を駆け抜けた。これは見事な走り、阪急杯を制しました。桜爆心王、見事な勝利だ。2着は尾行ペガサス、3着は岸アマゾン。
Yeah, thankfully pretty much all the costume choices are just questionable in
優
terms
等
of
生ですから。
weather and situation appropriateness. I mean, if you want to talk weird, let's talk about the, I ain't even gonna make it. Oh, ouch. Let's talk about the fact that most of these costumes involve at least... most of them are pretty small, but most of them are still wearing heels. What the hell? Who does that? Alright, short distance cornering. That'll be useful. Anime girls perform best when using heels, basic science. I mean, they might have made up some bullshit science in universe. Because, I mean, we've already got unaging horse girls, and a universe that has clearly reconstructed itself to accommodate them, such as building telephones that are just long so that the receiver end can get all the way up to the horse girl's ears, and creating separate lanes in the road so that the horses can just fume their way past the cars.
このレースに向けてしっかりと
But no, most of them run in heels, and it's kind of weird. Yeah, it is a little wild when you start considering the cultural impact of having humanoid horses. But it's interesting how that sort of stuff is just kind of in the
十
background.
分に実力を出せるレースとなり
But
そう
when
で
you
す
think
ね。
about it, it's like, wait a minute. This is actually a really well-constructed universe.
この評価は少し不満か。2番人気はこの子、菱やけぼの。スタンドに押しかけたファンの期待を一身に背負って、ここまで無敗2大マイル戦覇者桜爆心王、1番人気です。
好レースが期待できそうな 素晴らしい雰囲気です。
The level of the race determines what costumes everyone's wearing. The player character will always get their special costume, but everyone else only starts getting theirs if
好レー
it's
スが期
above.
待できそうです。
Yeah, if it's a G1 race or a finals race. Otherwise, everyone else runs boring gym clothes. I kind of wish I could also get the normie clothes for these races just for immersion. But what can you do?
それを見るように14番、15番、並びかけてきた10番、並んできた5番、並んでくる第4コーナーカーブ。
内から来るか外から来るか最後の局面です。
先頭は宮様はこれは得点勝負になるか。はっはっは。桜の不信用、花を進め最後のコーナー。先陣を切ったのは桜の不信用。カレンちゃん2番手につき4。
My horse always gets her costume because she's just that much cooler than everyone else.
桜の不信用。残り2曲。桜の不信用。突き放せ桜の不信用。リードは2馬身。強すぎる。1曲は桜爆信用。
Yeah, this was only a G3, so there's basically no question that we were gonna win. Let's go, big horse! Yeah, you lose, and you are forced into a life of terrible employment. That's what happens to the horse girls who don't make it. That's what happens if you fail your running career. Alright, so I'm running too many races in a row, so I've got a chance of getting a penalty condition, but I also have an item already stashed away that can cure it. So, whatever, I'm running anyways. Now this is a big fancy race where everyone gets their nice costumes. And the randomly generated NPCs get like 1 out of 5 costumes or something. So they'll all show up wearing the same like 3 outfits. But the actual named characters all get their real ones, assuming it's been introduced. Hello! Trying to find season 1 of this anime? I would suggest the usual secret sites. I'm not entirely sure who has the legitimate hosting for it.
3番人気は
But
ハ
hey.
ーフメモリー2番人気を紹介しましょうキングヘイロースタンドに押しかけたファンの期待を一身に背負ってここまで無敗
Yeah, we're in the second year of
1番人気です
training Sakura Bakshino on a brand new account,
素晴らしい走り
so
を期
I'm
待したいです。
running total newbie mode, but I do know what I'm doing,
整いました
I think.
スタートです各馬娘綺麗な
Yeah, see, if you look closely, half of them are wearing heels.
好レースが期待できそうです。
先行争いは桜爆心王カレンちゃん岸明ボノ先頭は桜爆心王単身で飛ばしていきます2番手の位置で先頭を伺うのは13番カレンちゃん並んでくる4番手にオグリキャップ岸明ボノ続いている1馬身離れて
Yeah, this is a brand new account, so I'm starting from scratch, and can't go wrong with a good Bakshi.
馬娘たちがどう動くか目が離せません。
Hopefully she'll come out with good genes, and we can pass it on to someone in a different distance. Okay, yeah, we're getting good skill triggers. We're looking good. Oh, number 8's moving up. Number 8. Oh, number 8's probably Pink Halo. Oh, no!
最速スプリンターの名はやはりこの馬娘にふさわしいキングヘイロー2着には桜爆心やっぱり私優秀ですね
I'm gonna use one of my continues on this because I want every one of those jewels I can get.
注目の1番人気
Yeah, inheritance is such an annoying system to
家
deal
族
with.
でも注目は
I don't think I actually own a single 3x3 on my main account. Alright, we're not gonna sit through the whole thing again.
さあ各馬娘揃ってきれ
There we go. I have rewritten the universe. And Bakshin won this time. Yes. I'm trying to do that as few times as possible just because this early in my game, I don't want to waste those resources. 1-star intelligence? More like 1-star guts. Oh. Okay. Inheritance event. Let's hope we get something good. I mean, obviously that vodka's not gonna give anything good, but the Stranger's Saiyan's guy might have something. And oh look, she got really good at a technique she doesn't use. Thanks. One-star guts, the bane of everyone's existence. Let's buy up all the stats we can. Good training. Nice. She got S in leader. Which, considering I'm just using her as a runner, so not helpful. I don't know, maybe she'll pass it on or something. Save that for later. Get the... Okay, yeah, no, she's fine. Wait, no. Nap time. Ah, good. I'm not sending anyone to the factory yet. It's gonna be a long time before I even have enough characters built up to be sending anyone off. I'm gonna be hoarding them all in the hopes that any of them have decent inheritance. What race does it think I can... Ooh. I'll do it. I'm honestly surprised that her stats are getting as high as they are, considering how crappy my deck is. Yeah, just a basement full of spare horse girls. Yeah, those 1-star guts never get used unless they happen to have, like, something weird like Restar Chaser.
ここまで無敗2大マイル戦覇者桜爆心王一番人気です。
ゲートでも落ち着いていて好気配ですね。素晴らしい走りを期待したいです。ゲートイン完了。出走の準備が整いました。さあゲートが開いた。各馬娘綺麗なスタートを切りました。これは位置取りが熾烈になりそうですね。桜爆心王快調に飛ばしていきます。さあ花に立ったのは桜爆心王。このままリードすることができるか。先頭から大きく離されて2番手は6番、さらにその外からは16番アイキセブン、内から行く。すぐに続いて八重の無敵、差がなく8番、少し離れて9番、その後山陽マシン開いてウォッカ1馬審査、リコーペガサス、スイープ闘争、追走少し後ろから7番、少し離れて14番、外には15番、3番、並んでくる後方2番手に4番、2番最高峰だ。桜爆心王先頭を進みますが、これは正解でしょうか。桜爆心王、彼女の客室には合っていますね。重大な
What was that camera angle? That was
これだけ
useless.
密集していると紛れがありそうですね。
ま
もなく第4コーナーカーブ。馬娘たちがどう動くか目が離せません。さあいよいよ直線だ。どのタイミングで誰が仕掛けるのか。
And there's the instant win button.
桜の不信用花を進む。まだ1マシ以上の差があるぞ。ここから捉えることができるのか。400を切りました。
Oh, first A! Good job! Good job! I've been starting to get to the point where I'm training A's pretty regularly on my main. But man, that took me forever to get there. Oh, it only took you a week! Nice! Yeah, you're off to a good start then. Once you can do that consistently, you'll be in pretty good. Alright. And now we have enough points that theoretically, if we didn't feel like racing for the rest of the game, we didn't have to. Let's go, the Pog Horse. Yeah, I feel like Bakushin would be the kind to just Pog. Yeah. Getting the first one, it's like, yeah, I could do it! And then you start trying it again, and you just get B+, 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 B+. And the worst part is, if you're doing, once it comes around to the various champion events, it's like, wow, I have all these B+, and they're completely useless because they're not gonna win they're not gonna win Grade League, but they're too high to qualify for Open League. It's like, wow, this is useless. B+ is the worst. Let's see if we can get any support items. Yeah. Alright. We got a little bit extra help on this one then. Yeah, support cards are very important, and unfortunately mine suck at the moment. I did not do well in my initial gacha, but I don't feel like re-rolling. Alright, we'll probably be fine though. Okay, start trying the other ones. Make a new track is pretty easy, going from Yore. Aoharu is kind of complicated because you have to worry about other mechanics, but you should be able to pick up on how to play Make a New Track pretty quickly. But actually, Aoharu is actually my favorite, I think, still, just because it's fun. But it is definitely the most complicated of the three modes. You have to worry about not only training your own horse, but you have to worry about getting your support horses trained up so that you can win the team races.
3番人気はこの子です。ウォッカ対抗するのはここまで無敗2大マイル戦覇者桜爆信号。十分に勝利を狙えますよ。
Yeah,
URA is kind of obsolete at this point.
素晴らしい
I
走りを
mean,
期待したいです。
do it so you can when you get the achievements, but after that, yeah, Make a New Track has the points and item mechanics, but it's actually really simple just to work almost intuitively with it, and just go. Once you've gotten the hang of just doing a run in general, you'll be fine. Yeah, it runs the same length as the other scenarios. It's really easy. The only thing is that instead of having the required races like in URA and Aoharu, you pick your own schedule throughout the entire year. It doesn't force you to do any specific races, which allows you to force some characters into weird positions that they don't normally run. And characters that are normally like stretched across multiple distances become a lot easier because you're allowed to just focus in on one type.
さあ、外から先頭を伺うのは西のフラワー、スイーツ当初、内で陽気に輝く桜爆信号、花を進む。さあ、誰が先 最初に仕掛けるのか。最終コーナー先陣を切ったのは桜爆心号。桜爆心号、先頭は桜爆心号。これは強い。残り400。桜爆心号、速い速い、もはや独走状態。リードを開いていく桜爆心号。200を通過。食い下がるインポート。
Nobody can touch Bakshi.
桜爆心号、桜爆心号、足を衰え1着は桜爆心号。見事な走りで勝利を手中に収めました。死ぬ
爆心的勝利。
Yay! Alright, I think from here on out I'm gonna go easy on how many races I do and just focus on training. Yeah, make a new track is the items and point mechanic, but as long as you just do a certain number of races, honestly, you could probably even get by only doing the G1s of your chosen type. And, make a new track is an easy one to pick up on. The technique is you do a lot of races, you buy a lot of items. Yeah, it works pretty similarly. URA is basically obsolete at this point. Plus, I find the final battles, the final races, actually more forgiving than the URA system. Because URA, you have to get first place 3 times in a row against some pretty brutal RNG at times. I ran this race last year, so I'm just gonna skip it. You get more stats. Overall, I would say I am producing higher quality units. It's hard to explain the math that would go into making characters get higher stats, but yeah, for a better explanation, you might want to ask someone who's more of an expert, but I'm definitely getting better results off of Make a New Track than URA. URA is a good place to learn the basics, but after that, give Make a New Track a shot. As long as you set up your rotations in advance so that you know when your big races are going to be coming up so you don't accidentally miss them, then it's just smooth sailing from there pretty much. And I think I failed Make a New Track once, but it's because I bet everything on winning the Hopeful Stakes at the beginning of the junior year, and so I just completely failed the point requirement at the first checkpoint. But, oh yeah, that's a great quality of life update that they added. Before we had that, it was just, yeah. Yeah, I feel like the RNG is much less punishing in Make a New Track over URA. Because the Make a New Track finals, you only have to get an average of the top result. Yeah, you only have to get an average of first place as opposed to actually getting first place, so you could get, like, first, second, first, and still win. It's much better. And, I mean, you'll see when I get there. Alright. Alright, since it's summer vacation, we're going to use all of our boosting items that we can find. Yeah, the items can be, but once you start getting a sense as to when the best time is to use different items, like, if it's a straight stat boost, use it immediately. If it works under certain conditions, save it for when those conditions are met. If it boosts a certain type of training, save it for when you're already getting a rainbow, so that it stacks on top of that. And right now I've just stacked up a bunch of different bonuses, so I'm getting much higher speed off of this. I know it doesn't look all that high, but that's just because I'm a new player and my cards suck. Alright. Take a break. I wish I didn't have to do that, but I did not plan properly and didn't have my full stamina going in. You get the... Yeah, just winning any race, or even entering a race, just entering those races will get you points to buy stuff. And if you're entering a lot of races, money is basically going to be no object. No issue. Alright. Okay. Yeah, no problem, no problem. I've been playing for a while. I only missed the first couple events, but so I'm relatively experienced with this game. I'm just running on a new account because I accidentally unlinked it from my emulator. And I figured, hey, might as well start over. Oh, it's fine. I've still got my main account hooked up on my phone, but it's much easier to stream from an emulator, so I'm just gonna stream on a new account. No big deal. Oh my god, I accidentally inherited the special skill from Aoharu. I don't think she's even capable of activating it. The conditions are really weird. Nah, let's try to get a bunch of cheap short distance skills, because we're gonna focus in on short distance now. Save someone for next support cards, or... Supposedly they're going to be adding a new type of card in soon, so if you're thinking about saving, I'd say save, but also, if you've got a relatively new account, everything goes towards getting your account built up better. So really it's up to you, but maybe wait for the next one. I wouldn't call it like a, oh, you have to skip this gacha or you're gonna be screwed. Yeah, good support cards are crucial in this game, but, so, I don't know, stick with your gut. If you feel like summoning more, go ahead, but it could be worth it in the next one, but at the same time, we never know, the new cards, the next round of cards could totally suck. Let's hope that. Yeah. Skipping the ones that I ran last year. Because we don't need to sit through it again. Alright, we're gonna save that. We're gonna buy this and save it. That'll fully refill our energy at the cost of a bit of mood, unfortunately, but yeah. It's the kale juice, it's very healthy, it really helps. But alright, let's race. It's a G1, so let's watch this one.
いざ爆心
Fastest around.
秋の気配が近づく中山に快速自慢が集う。電光石火スプリンターズステークス。3番人気はこの子です。
Got Bamboo
バンブーメモリ
Memory and
この評価は
Karen-chan.
少し不満か。2番人気はこの子カレンちゃん。スタンドに押しかけたファンの期待を一身に背負ってここまで無敗2大マイル戦覇者桜爆心号1番人気です。満を持して連覇に挑みます。各馬娘ゲートに入って体勢整いました。今スタートが切られました。各馬娘揃って綺麗なスタートを
Oh
切りま
yeah,
す。
Karen-chan in the black and white. Yeah, she's one of my favorites. She runs pretty similarly to Bakshin, but she starts out as a 3-star.
3番外を回ります。7番内をついて2番すぐに続いて6番少し後ろから西のフラワー、さらに外バンブーメモリー、少し離れてカレンちゃん、1馬身離れてキングヘイロー、それを見るようにリコーペガサス、その外並んで12番、さらにチーピングザパール4番並んできた第4コーナーカー
The
ブ。
catch with running Karen-chan is that she is literally only good at short distance.
まだ先頭は動かない。果たして抜け出すのは誰か。桜爆心号花を進む。さあ外からステップを
Like, Bakshin can kind of handle miles, but Karen is the straight up short only. Even getting her miles is a bit of work. Yeah, we got really good skill activation, so that was no question.
これは見事な走り。熾烈な電撃戦を制したのは桜爆心号。スプリンターズ
爆心的勝利
There we go. And yeah, once again, we're massively overshooting the goal. Because, okay, well, I actually can't totally answer that as to why, but people are saying that the best way to run this scenario is just run as many races as you can stand. And if you focus on the races versus rivals, those will give you skill hints. Alright, Nakura no Bakshin. What's the best answer for that? Nakura no Bakshin. Intelligence or stamina? Intelligence. We want smart horse. She looks head empty, but she's actually pretty smart.
お疲れ様ですトレーナーさん
I'd call her like high int low whiz in tabletop terms.
さすがトレーナーさんお目が高いですね
Smart horse world domination. Oh dang, we're getting a lot of stat boosts in the shop today.
交換ありがとうございますありがとうございます大切に使ってくださいね
Alright.
エネルギー切れが近くとも私は強くみんなの模範として走り
Okay,
続
don't
け
have
ま
a
す
good race to run. Out of stamina, let's rest. It's not like we're missing any good rainbow practices anyways. Okay, so is it just me, seeking the pearl here on the left, is it just me, or does, like, her hair seem too big for her head and the rest of her body? Because, like, whenever I look at her, something just doesn't seem quite right. Anyways. They have their Halloween party. Some of those alternate Halloween costumes are actually units that you can get and train. I have that, that's Super Creek, who's wearing the mummy costume in the background. I have her on my main account. What's our training looking like today?
私は晴れの日
I mean, she is literally the mom friend. She is absolutely the mom of the group, and I'm pretty sure they make a lot of mummy versus mommy jokes in that card. Ooh, double rainbow.
スピード瞬発力
Yeah, I'm really fine. Alright. So we put on the buff item so that we can get even more out of this awesome training session that they gave us today. RNGesus has blessed us. If I had hand tracking, you would see me doing a little praying gesture there. Oh. That was not a very good option. We don't need much stamina. Oh, we won that one last year. Okay, yeah, we're not gonna get anything extra out of winning that one again. So let's skip that. It's a mile anyways.
お疲れ様ですトレーナーさん。本日は何を交換しますか？さすがトレーナーさん、お目が高いですね。
Please work, please work. Yes.
やってほしいな。
Because even though it only had a 27% failure chance, yeah, this game's RNG is kinda... Objectively, yes, but also it's literally just like ankle weights. Oh wait, I forgot I had this. Duh. Drink your kale juice. Solves everything. Okay, so Guts is not all that useful in itself. However, Guts training, at least, it also trains other skills a bit, so in some cases it can be worth it. Higher amount of total skill points, as opposed to points in a particular stat. Oh, yeah, they just, upped the effects of a particular type of training for one turn. So, let me check what the number was, actually. Yeah, 50% up on a particular type for one turn when you activate it. Okay, what day is it? Ah, last race. Alright, so this is our last race before going into the finals. We've still got the finals. We've still got the finals to do, but this is the last of the regular season. El Condor Pass is a good one to get up to 3 stars because you can also train her in dirt. And when I started playing, like, they hadn't even added Smart Falcon yet, and I couldn't get Taiki's shuttle. She just refused to come home. So I had no one to run dirt besides Harudara. But El Condor Pass saved me a few times. Now that I've got Smart Falcon, I don't need her as well. Yeah, El Condor Pasa is she's something. You'll see a bit of her in the anime. She's like a luchador style character. Yeah, Mayodo Top Gun's funny because like everything about her outfit is a reference to the actual movie Top Gun, but then she's a super girly girl. Like one of the most fashion and image conscious characters, hangs out with Taran-chan and stuff. Also super fun to run. I managed to get her 2-star on this account, so I'll be running her soon. Horse name tier list when, you know, next time I stream Musume, I will open with a name tier list. Saying it, next time I stream Musume, we will also have name tiers. I want to say she was the first one that I got up to 3 stars on my original account. Yeah, her outfit is so cute. I actually love it. I would wear it in real life, not gonna lie.
ここから一気にちぎるか200を通過桜爆信号足際を衰えない桜爆信号リードは2馬身逃げる桜爆信号
Bakshin wins! It was never really in question, but Bakshin wins!
勝利を集中に収めました桜爆信号見事に完勝阪神カップを制しました2着西のフラワー3着に入ったのはエルコンドルパーサー
The best outfit in this game. Yeah, Satano just has too much sleeve. Cause like at least when Agnes Tachyon does it, it's kind of funny because she's got like the mad scientist look. But yeah, Satano has too much sleeve. Boom. Points! Alright, we have cleared all of the main season goals, and we're going into the finals. We get big points, we get our skill up. Because, in Make a New Track, getting your skill up is no longer associated with your fan count. It's, I think it's actually tied to your bond ranking with the principal. And yeah, get an average of first place compared to everyone else. Alright. What have I got to use up? Got some speed bracers, and I've got a rainbow in speed, so let's do that. Alright. Buy some power. Yeah, it's really important to buy the direct stat boost items just because you don't get the chance to train as much because you're racing so much. And so buying as many items as possible helps compensate for not being able to do as much training. Ooh, she's actually got a lot of skill points. I can use that before we get started here. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna try to take a lot of greens because greens work really well on a runner that has that Jigatame skill. And with all of those, I even get, I think Outer Gates stacks with Lucky 7, so if I land in gate number 7, that would get me a lot of points at the beginning. Alright, welcome to Twinkle Star Climax, which is a stupid name, but here we go. Alright, so as you can see, basically the entire playing field is actual named characters. We don't even have any randomly generated NPCs. You do get the rival characters from the other scenarios popping up. Like, here we have Happy Meek from the URA scenario, and sometimes you can also get, the other two, what's their names? Bitter Grace and Little Kokon from Aoharu.
さあ始まります。トゥインクルスタークライマックス第1戦 2大スプリント覇者桜爆心王、その名にふさわしい走りに期待です。2番人気を紹介しましょう。待機シャトル、スタンドに押しかけたファンの期
Yeah,
待を
this
一
is
身に
this
背
is
負
the
って
big leagues.
ここまで無敗2大マイル戦覇者桜爆心王、1番
This
人
is
気で
the
す。
end of
みんないい表情を見せています
her
ね。
training
各馬
career.
娘ゲートに入って体勢整いました。スタートです。
Alright, and right out of the bat, we triggered Jigatame, which gives us a massive boost at the beginning.
さあ期待に応えて桜爆心王、逃げる逃げる、早くも先頭。2番手の位置で先頭を伺うのはこのブルボン、外を回ってアイネス空人
Breaking out that hardcore background
そして
music.
その外、待機シャトル1馬身離れて岩早秀、少し離れてシアマゾン、そして外目を突き出してはシアケボノ、少し離れてメジロマックイーン、西のフラワー、並びかけてきた1馬身離れてキングヘイロー、少し後ろからマモクロス、その外並んでレイエモオペラ王、内から松金福来たるシーキングザパール、続いている第4コーナーを進んで直線へ向かう。勝負どころ、最後の直線へ
Mihono Urban's hanging kind of close. Okay, there we go. Okay, yeah. Look at those skills. All right.
最後意地を見せて栄冠を手にしました。勝ちました桜爆心王、トゥインクルトップスターへいち早く抜け出しました。2着は待機シャトル、3着に入ったのはキングヘイロー。
All right. Yeah, she's going pro. See, that's another reason why I prefer to think of the characters as closer to college students than high schoolers, because otherwise, like, dang, you turn 18 and then you immediately retire? Exactly, Bakunin is a legend. Alright. So, it shows us the results of all 3 races so far. Retired at 18 cents. Yeah, I wish I could retire. I'm too young to feel as old as I do. But, it'll do overall placement based as average. But also, you know, if you're doing what you love, why would you want to stop when you're theoretically at your peak? Because I would consider, in the context of the Uma Musume universe, racing is both a hobby and a career. It's like, you can tell watching the anime, like, when they're not running enough, they start getting antsy. It's like, no, they really just love to run. This is in their blood. And might as well buy these. This just boosts how many fans you get. And I'm not really grinding for fans because I'm not part of a circle. Yeah, they love to run and eat. Real life horses, man. The mountains of rice, the carrots. That one scene with Ogre Cap and the donut eating competition. God, Special Week is so cute with her... Special Week and her stepmom, they're just adorable family goals. Alright, Bakshin! Round 2, here we go.
Twinkle トゥインクルトップスターの称号へいち早く抜け出すのはどの馬娘か。トゥインクルスタークライマックス第2戦。この評価は少し不満か。2番人気はこの子テイエムオペラ王。威風堂々とスタートを待つのはこの馬娘。
Well, yeah, this is the big race. We gotta have the shiniest of intros.
ゲートに入ってどの子からもいい雰囲気が感じられますよ。ゲートイン完了。 出走の準備が整いました。
Alright, another great start.
誰が先頭に抜け出すか注目しましょう。
He pulls out to the front immediately.
やはり桜爆心王。続いて日本のブルボン、そのうち並んでアイリス風神、内からマルゼンスキー、2馬身離れて大気シャトル、エジノマックイーン、並んでくる。外から行くハッピーウィーク、外を回って石のフラワー、内からシアマゾン、それを見るように岩早秀、そのうち並んでシアケボの内の方からリコーペガサス、さらに外キングヘイロー、そして内目をつきましてはバンブーメモリー。間もなく第4コーナーカーブ。勝負どころ、最後の直線へとかけていきます。勝負は
Got Marzensky right on the heels. And Miho Bourbon. Ah, but we get angling scheming again. That's basically an instant win. This is why I really hope I get Sei in the Sky and Gotcha. That's her personal skill. And it's already this OP, just to have that guaranteed as a part of your build. There's a reason she is still too goddamn strong. Alright. Let's see how that affects the standings. So, we've got a total of 20 points in the finals. Let's see what everyone else has. Oh, please don't crash. Okay. Ah, you just started to make a new track run. Good. Have fun. The first event with choice isn't on game... Is it? Maybe you just missed it, because there's a lot of events in this category. I've never known them to have something incomplete unless it's, like, brand new. Alright, this is our last chance for training. I don't really have anything else that'll boost it up, so let's just go. Let's just save our skill points for now. Alright, the final race. Let's do this. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to help you because if I can't find something on Game Tora, then I just blindly click on an option and hope for the best. Oh my god. Why? Yeah. It knows when you're doing something exciting, and then it crashes. If you have access, I would recommend playing on an actual mobile device. Alright. Now, let's actually watch the race.
現在の総合トップは桜爆心王。このまま最強の称号を手にするのか。トゥインクルスタークライマックス最終第3戦。いよいよ始まります。
Alright, so we're here up against Bamboo Memory and KM Opera. Oh!
スタンドに押しかけたファンの期待を一身に背負って、ここまで無敗、2大マイル戦覇者、桜爆心王、一番人気です。
最初にゴールを駆け抜けるのは一体どの馬娘か。さあ、いよいよ発走の時です。
ゲートイン完了。出走の準備が整いました。スタートです。各馬娘綺麗なスタートを切りました。
Yeah, Bamboo Memory is a pretty cool name.
桜爆心を快調に飛ばしていきます。
So thanks to having all of our green skills set up, we immediately triggered Digatame Guarantee. That gives us a real good start. Oh my god, Nishino Flower is so small!
まだ1馬身以上の差があるぞ。ここから捉えることができるのか。この直線で勝負が決まるぞ。桜爆心を花を進む。まだ転生し合っているのか。
Look at her every time she pops up. How are you keeping up? Your legs are so tiny!
横一線に並んだ200を通過。
Oh, Shiakibono might actually catch up a little bit. There you go. Put up a good fight.
1着は桜爆心王。これでトゥインクルスタークライマックス全3戦が終わり、ついにトゥインクルトップスターが誕生します。
桜爆心王。
Yeah.
一つ猛進で突き
Yeah,
進む
he's actually really fun to
ま
listen
さに
to.
爆心王の名の通りでした。
爆心的勝利
Yeah, there's a lot of characters with names ending in O, so you get a lot of listening to him just going, oh! And now, the special ending song that you only get by winning the Twinkle Star Climax.
走れ未来の中へ新しく吹く風のように今この加速で限界を突き放せ夢のありかのその向こう Keep on trying 始まりへきっとまだ自由になれるそれは予感じゃなくて My face テレビ地平を見つめたらためらいはない踏み込むだけこんなもんじゃないでしょ
They did such a good job with setting up this song. Like, the staging is just so good. Big win for Dai Bakushin! She finishes at the top star rank, having 275,000 fans. Very popular horse. With a perfect first place average. Second place is Taiki Shuttle, who came in second, 7th, and 5th. King Halo in 3rd, 9th, 6th. Oh! Hishiakibona managed to pull herself back up. Nice. Alright, so final skill purchases. Ooh, if I do that, then that'll only leave me with 63, and then there's nothing else that I can afford. That's too much wasted. I'll pick something else. Something that I can maybe stack. Okay, like that. I got 80 points. And then the only thing I can get is middle distance, which is not helpful. Sympathy. I'm not running a... Actually, you know what? Yeah. Yeah, let's try running a sympathy team. When I get enough for a full team of short distance. Alright. What's our final result? Holy shit. Literally my first run on this account, I made A rank. It is possible. This is the power of Make a New Track. I have really crappy support cards. Very first try. One int, 3 turf. Still... Yeah. Wow. That was actually a really good run. And like, yeah, see? My support cards, I couldn't even level all of them up all the way because I just ran out of money. Alright, let's get her on my PvP team. Oh god, I'm gonna wreck some poor newbie who isn't expecting it. Boom. Alright, now I'm gonna claim all the missions that I cleared just by doing one run. Alright. Oh, I'm rich now. I can do so much gacha. Okay, and I get it. Okay, that's good stuff, yeah. Alright. Now I've got 6,000 jewels. Let's do a bit of gacha, and then I'm gonna wrap it up. Alright, let's do one round. Oh, I hope I get Satano. I don't have her on my main, and I want to try her. Alright. What are we seeing? Oh, okay, that banner does tend to mean that we're getting at least not the worst possible amount of cards. Okay. We don't have any previews that show us any higher ranked characters. Alright, we got Machikane Fuku Kitaru. Winning ticket. I think at least one of them is going to turn out to be not silver. Either that, or the final gate will be secret SSR. Nature, King Halo, nice nature. Machikane Fuku Kitaru. Okay, no, that actually was just utter crap. Okay. Never mind. That was a very disappointing gacha. Yeah, that was min roll. Anyways, let's pick up some cards. Nothing terribly exciting coming out of here, I think, but... Alright, Air Groove. Oh, we get an extra. Sweep Tosho! Okay, this is actually a card that I use sometimes on my main, just because she's one of the few chaser cards. And Agnes Tachyon, the mad scientist. Yeah. I don't really have gacha luck. Ever. But let's see if we can get... Oh, we got an SSR. We got 2 SSRs! Whoa! Baby! It's making up for how bad the rest of my luck has been today. Got a Bolo, we got Nice Nature. Oh! Oh! Yo! Zeno I'm glad I got her just because she's really cute and I can at least use her in Aoharu. Honestly, I would not say streamer luck is real. I literally started this account on stream and I got crap. I don't know, do we want to end it on that happy note, or do we want to do one more poll in the character gacha? What do y'all think? Sasuno time? Alright. After that, I actually can't afford anymore, so this has to be the last. But let's see. Alright. It's just Tazuna. What does the banner say? Same thing as the last time. Yo, we got a 3-star! Nice Nature, okay. Marume-san! The supercar! Maruzensky! Oh, Biono Top Gun! Machikana Tanhoiza. Nice Nature. Ticket. Machikana Kikitaru. Agnes Papillon. Saga Scarlet. I don't think she's up to that many, but, no, Maruzensky, awesome, because she can learn dirt if I make her. It would take a bit of effort, but I can make her learn dirt. Which, I was actually using Dirt Maruzensky for a long time on my main, just because I couldn't get any of the other dirt characters. Yeah, not ready for 2-star yet. Not ready for 2-star yet. How many? Getting kind of close, though. But, I mean, she'll get there eventually. Alright, and I'm going to call that the end of today's stream. I'm gonna call it a night, go to bed. Well, call it a day, go to bed. That nocturnal life. But, anyways, it's been great hanging out with you guys. It's been a lot of fun. And oyasumira! Actually, wait, let's see if there's anyone online to raid. Yeah. The Pogbird or is that... Yeah, is any of the fam online? No. I'm gonna be honest, I don't follow a whole lot of people. So I'm still building this up. Is anyone currently doing Uma Musume that I can send you to? No English players. Alright, yeah, I'm just gonna send y'all over to that's how it works, right? Alright! I'll see you guys later. Oyasumina! Is that not how that works? Okay, yeah, Oh, duh. There we go. Oh, wait. They have rage disabled. Never mind. Okay, we're just gonna have to log off. Good night, everyone. Oyasamida!
トレーニング前にバナナ買っておかなくっちゃ。栄養補給に